Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lord Ice, and today I'm going to be doing a quick little video for the forums primarily, a daily called Tour the Galaxy. It's actually kind of fun. It got changed a little bit in Season 8.5 because they took out the hourly event calendar and made it weekend only, and most of the hourly stuff like Tour of the Galaxy actually got turned into daily missions. Objective of the mission is simple. Let me pull up the galaxy map here. Everything except an exploration cluster needs to be visited. And you've got 15 minutes to do it. It's a race. So I'm going to introduce you formally to the USS Vortex, which is my slipstream ship. It is specially outfitted for this. And real quick, I will go ahead and go over equipment recommendations for this mission. I haven't picked it up yet, because as soon as you pick up the mission, the countdown timer starts and you have 15 minutes. Okay, first and foremost, this is a Fed. This tutorial is Fed only, will not work for Klingons, will not work for Federation Allied Romulans. This is Federation. I'm not entirely sure the other two factions can do it yet. If so, I haven't found a way for them to do it yet. Okay. You want to have at least 2 of the Vestas, clearly, because you want to have 2 of the Vesta consoles for the fastest slipstream in the game, which is the Chronoton slipstream. You want to have the assimilated sub-transwarp engine. It doesn't matter what mark, because the sector space speed does not scale to mark. And most importantly, you want to have a warp core with KOI and SSR. KOI because it gives you drive recoil, which means you'll go faster in sector space, and it will definitely affect your slipstream. SSR because, well, SSS is the warp core modifier that adds speed to your slipstream. SSR cuts the cooldown in half. Now, if you're wondering, real quick, it does not stack with the Omega Impulse engines. I tested it. It is hard capped at 1 minute for any slipstream cooldown. Well, it is for this one, so don't bother equipping the Omega engine. You want to have the Borg engine, because it's probably the fastest. Last time I did this route, I had diplomatic immunity, but it isn't really necessary. I finished with like 3 minutes remaining. Okay, so when it was an hourly mission, you had to go to Earth Space Dock in order to pick it up, which kind of cut down on things. In this version, you can pick it up from anywhere. It's just a daylight. So for this route, Sol System is over here. I'm staring at it. And I am all the way down here. I am actually at the very edge border of the Vulcan sector, and that's going to be really, really important. It's going to cut down a few minutes of flying, and I'm going to be doing that a lot. Other requirements. I recommend you pick up the mission secret orders. You're going to be using the mission transwarp later on, and you absolutely must have at least tier 1 in the new Romulus reputation, because it allows you to transwarp to Tau Dewa. When I actually start doing, or what was I about to say? Whatever you do, you have to have that. That is an absolute requirement. Like, the secret orders thing, that's just to save a loading screen and like 2 minutes, not even. That's gonna save you a lot, because otherwise you would have to actually redo the entire route. So you can pick it up from anywhere, and I'm going to go ahead and pick it up now. And as soon as you do, you want to get moving, because like I said, as soon as you hit accept, you're on a 15-minute timer to go to as many places as possible. Some people don't see this mission as being worth doing anymore, and it's EC, it's DOF XP. I just consider it a fun little challenge. So what I'm going to go ahead is I'm going to hail JM. This mission has a time limit of 15 minutes. Actually, I might as well read the dialogue. A captain must master navigation and teamwork to explore the stars. Are you ready to test your mettle against the best in Starfleet? And accept. Go ahead and close him. And as you can see, we are now on a timer. We just completed Vulcan, we just completed Orion, and we're going to warp to Beta Ursay instantly. 3 sectors, down pat. Now, you don't have to complete a sector block in order. You can complete sectors, but not the block. Okay, go to slipstream. Also, use your powers in the order that I'm using them. Otherwise, you may end up failing. A little bit of glitchiness here. Oh, great. Just go ahead and zip along. No drive recoil buff, just 9 drive recoil, transport 37.8. I am coming up on Cardassian now, and I've got 30 seconds left of my slipstream. So we've got less than 10 light years to go with Beta save block. You'll never use the full duration of the front console. Oh, great. I am having rubber band lag. This is brilliant. Make sure to turn it off, otherwise the cooldown reduction might not actually proc. Okay, this is an important little maneuver that I'm about to teach you. This is Zeta Andromedae. It's a perfectly square sector block. As soon as you get moving, head toward the center, where all 4 sector blocks touch. I call this the sector spin, or whatever it is that I said in the forums. I'm forgetful at the moment. Easy little maneuver. Saves you a lot of time. Screw you, DSE. Basically what you want to do is you want to skirt the corner, turn around, as you can see my character doing in the map, and then accelerate back to full speed. That's how you do the square ones. It makes it just a little bit easier. And as you can notice down in the corner, my Chronoton slipstream is going to be up in about 10 seconds, and I should be over at Alpha Trianguli by then. That is the power of Chronoton slipstream. It would still have a minute on its cooldown by now. And might not end up uploading this. If I fail, I'm not going to upload this. But again, if I fail, it's because of rubber band lag. Wasn't expecting to be facing those issues. Yeah, try to do this when you're not lagging, because this is kind of a rush mission. So go ahead and slip through Alpha Trianguli, or yeah, Alpha Trianguli. So many sector blocks. Such unoriginal names. Zipping right along. And there's a bonus reward for visiting certain numbers of sector blocks. The biggest reward for this is if you complete, I think, 8 or more, you get a passive that reduces your transport cooldowns by 20%, which is kind of useful. But you also get energy credits and a little bit of DOF experience, which is always nice. I mean, I can use the EC a little bit. I mean, I'm not dirt poor. Shit. I'm not connecting to the game server. Okay, bit of a disconnect. It happens. Let's hope I can still get this done. We want to go ahead and set a course for the Gamma Orionis gate. Now, Gamma Orionis is a perfectly square map, so you would use the trick that I just used in Zeta Andromedae, but you're not going to, because you've got somewhere else to go in Gamma Orionis, because dickishly, the devs decided that you absolutely needed to visit the Pelia sector. Because everybody needs to go to the Pelia sector. Not really. Okay. Important. Go ahead and set a course for NGC 2447, which is where Terradome takes place, and just nudge your ship a little north. That way you won't hit the system and just stop. That will allow you to graze the corner of this sector here, and then slip into the bottom left sector, and then go into Pelia, and then just straight back out. It's just a touch faster. Okie dokie. Zipping right along. This is where the Mutara sector, we can go ahead and level out just a little bit. Warp to the Pelia sector. Hard about. I'm not sure if it's faster to hard about or just full reverse. Usually I full reverse, but I'm hard abouting here. And straight forward. You don't want to use the slipstream here just yet. you want to save that for Regulus, which you're going to be going to very, very soon, because you don't need to go back through Sirius. You don't need to go back to the Transwarp Gate. You remember I told you to pick up secret orders for the mission Transwarp? Well, guess what? 300 energy credits, and you skip a loading map and about a minute of flying. Zip right along. I mean, this is a mission that revolves around speed, does it not? Okay, so you end up at the Briar Patch, which, yeah, it's a little bit south of what I want, but there aren't really that many good systems for that purpose. Go ahead and slipstream. You're going to be ending the slipstream a little early, because as soon as you hit Argelius, you want to duck back into Sirius. I'll tell you why when I get there. Just zip right along. Zip, walk through slipstream. And the sector border is near the toasting system, so a little closer. And we're at Argelius. So we're going to go ahead and actually duck back into Sirius, because the Sirius spawn point for coming back out of Regulus is like halfway up the sector, so you actually skip a few light years of flight. Plus, you need to go through the Tenebia sector, and going up to Alpha Centauri through Sirius will put you in the Tenebia sector, making things just a little easier. Go ahead and punch it. Wave at the dumb Romulans. Wave at Memory Alpha. Iota Pavionis. Iota Pavionis, square map. So just go ahead and do the same trick that we did over in Zeta Andromedae. No, I'm not nosing down. I thought I accidentally pressed my nose down button. Which would have been annoying, but not terrible. Drop. So slow to a complete stop, which will make turning around a lot easier. And jump back to full. A lot easier than turning around at warp. Although if you're doing this mission, that's pretty much standard operating procedure. Basically everyone knows to do that. Now you want to exit from the Devron sector, because that will also save you some time going back through Alpha Centauri. And someone's selling specially bred tribbles. Haven't seen someone doing that in a long time. And the last time I saw someone do it, it was me. Next trick I do, just to keep my bearings just a little bit, go ahead and head for the vendor system. Save your slipstream, you're going to need it, because you're not actually going to use it in here. I mean, why would you? Nudge your ship just a little bit south, that way you ignore the vendor system instead of going into it. Basically, you're using sectors as waypoints more than anything else. You're not actually just going to them. Okay, go ahead and go into Cyvalorum. This next trick takes a little bit of practice. Well, not practice, but timing, certainly. Full set a course for the Dara system down there. Full stop to make sure you're pointing in the right direction. And slip. I'm just thinking about it because of how I'm doing this. Don't go to the Dara system. That just wastes time. Go ahead and jet straight over. As soon as you cross into the, I think it's Hirulin sector, Mylasa sector, you want to go ahead and pop your Tau Dara transwarp, which fortunately is instant. Someone put Mocha in your transwarp engines. And here you are in Tau Dewa, basically the same position that you started Cyvalorum in, which means you can save a lot of time just going in a little bit of a zigzag when it comes to the galaxy map. So you've gone down, zigzagged through Cardassia, zigzagged through Gamorreanis, and now you're going... Oh, for a second I thought I stopped. I'd be like, what the hell? You're basically just doing a zigzag through known space. It's actually kind of easy. Quiet in sector space. I don't know why Taude wasn't playing music. Let's go ahead and turn this way just a little. Yeah, you can go into Beta Lankel. It's a patrol mission. Oops. Warp to Mempa sector. That's important. Mempa sector, because you need to do the Mempa sector anyway. Alright. Waymarker for this one is Calfari. And note, I've got about 3 minutes left on the clock. Go ahead and pop the screen. That's just a little bit. Don't want to actually fly into the Calfari system. You want to fly past it. Ooh, I should have saved my transform. This next part is Eta Eridani. I usually use that for Eta Eridani, but it doesn't really matter. Zip it right along. Go ahead and turn off the slipstream. Pop into Eta Eridani. Turn right around so that you're facing straight. I think that's west, galactic west, and just zip across Eta Eridani real quick. With the Borg engine, I'm going 22.07 transport. Of course, if you have diplomatic immunity, raiding party, or preferably both, you will actually be going faster, and this mission is easier. Now, both because of the lag and because of the fact that I don't have diplomatic immunity, this run is being a little longer than my last one, but we've got plenty of time considering the only sector we actually have to do now is Aurelius. And guess where we're headed? The only reason this exists is because way back when the Breen missions first came out, the Klingons couldn't go past Omega Leonis and Eta Eridani, so, well, they had to go through Eta Eridani to get to Aurelius, because they couldn't go through Federation space. Why that would stop the Klingons is beyond me, but they couldn't go through Federation space. Now they can, so it's kind of debunked, but it's still a little faster. Plus, they didn't prohibit Federation players from using it. You don't need to use your slipstream here, even though you definitely could, but you really don't need to. Turn ahead, zip right along. Mission complete. You just completed Tour of the Galaxy. That is it. Just really easy. The rewards are given to you as you complete the sector blocks, so you don't actually get anything for completing the mission itself. So you can actually do this and actually get part of the rewards and still fail the mission. So you don't actually have to complete it, but completing it gives bonus rewards. So that's Tour of the Galaxy. Real quick, it's a race mission, so fast speeds, fast video. This is Lord Ice signing off, and I will see you out there.